All right. Am I on? Of course I am. Of course I'm on. Welcome back, Blue Ridge Silverhound. Ready to talk up some more coins. I figured I'd take a break from all of the auction talk and squeak in a video where we talk about what's a coin worth. Now, as you had already seen on the description of this video, it's kind of a head scratcher. Okay, and the coin that I'm going to discuss is the 1985 Lincoln Cent. And the first thing out of your mouth or in your brain immediately is why? All right. First of all, somewhere down the line, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 10 years on down the line, I might have a video on every single post 1965 coin that you could think of for a what's it worth video. I'll be honest. Okay, it's going to seem kind of contrived and a little excessive, but might as well, because these are coins that we come across on a daily basis. But the 1985 Lincoln Cent, we come across quite a bit, and I'll tell you why. But if you were to look in your change, okay, you probably come across a coin that probably looks more like this. All right, pretty well circulated. Nothing fantastic or fun about this find. This one has an absolutely phenomenal looking beauty mark on the back, which looks like a stain of some sort, carbon spotting. So this is a typical 1985. Okay, it's a Philadelphia coin. It's missing a mint mark, so that is kind of one of the trademarks of identifying what mintage you have. So the mint mark would be right underneath the date, right here. Okay. Now I'll show you another example that has that, but oftentimes we come across coins that look and appear like this. Okay, they're pretty well circulated. They don't look fantastic. If you have to, you can take this coin and use it in an album just to fill a need. And then later on down the line, replace it with one that you find at a coin shop or online that's BU. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the value of these things in circulated form. We're going to talk about what they are uncirculated. We're even going to dabble a little bit in what the highest graded coins have sold for in auction. It's going to be interesting to note that these things are a lot. They can fetch a lot more money than what meets the eye. Okay, so yeah, it's pocket change right there, folks. So if it doesn't look like that, it probably looks like this. This is a 85D. So you see that mint mark right there? Right there. Okay. So that's where your mint mark is. On a Philadelphia minted coin, again, no mint mark. So that's your typical 1980s standard fare. They are copper-coated zinc. So a few things plague a lot of these coins during the 80s and into the 90s. Okay, you have zinc rot, where you have an improperly annealed planchet, where it's pretty much the copper plating hasn't adhered to the zinc core all that well. So you'll get a lot of these little blisters that look like little tiny pimples all over the place on the coin. I actually have an example of a coin where you could see it a little bit better, I suppose. But, this is a standard coin right here. So how many of these were even produced? Okay, that's a great question. Well, there's no better reference than to go through the Red Book price guide. Okay, this is a 2018, but the mintages haven't really changed. Well, they shouldn't have, because these are static numbers directly from mint reports. So the 85p, if you follow this across, okay, 5,648,489,887 to the penny. Mint State 65 price in the price guide, 30 cents. Haha, if only they knew. Yeah, there is quite a secret with these coins. There is a Denver coin approximately 360,000 less, 360 million less. I can't get my numbers right, guys. I am not a math magician by no means, but that's kind of redonkulous. 5,287,339,926. Again, same valuation. I suppose if you were to go to a coin shop and they have these things raw, then expect to pay about anywhere from 50 cents to $1, because right now they're tough enough of a date where they are actually worth a little bit of money. Same can be said with any other coin from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Now, if you were buying these in bulk, there's absolutely no excuse why you should be paying that kind of money. So here's an honest question for everyone out there, okay? When was the last time you came across a full red example like you see here without absolutely virtually no nicks, no marks, no nothing? I'm going to let you in on a secret. I did not find this one in circulation. That's just not, it's not going to happen in this condition. But yeah, this is a high grade example right here in which not a whole lot of them exist. So I have to bring my light up a little bit forward so you could see more of this luster on here. So this coin and my next coin I'm going to show you were both cherry picked out of mint sets. I've scoured through, 1985. I've probably been through about a few hundred mint sets, the 1985s. And I have come up to the conclusion that these two that I have here are the best examples that I could possibly find. Now, this is a coin like this. This is a coin that if you went to a coin shop, you would pay about 50 cents to $1. And that's fine. However, back to the same question. When was the last time you guys found one that looked like this in circulation? How about never? Okay. And here's the main reason. 1980s coins, because of where we're at today, and that we're about 30 to 35 years removed from this particular decade, have a very low survival rate. I know it seems kind of ridiculous because there was over 5 billion of these produced for each type. So with that being said, how can there be, a low survival rate of these BU coins? Okay, the question can best be answered yes and no. Okay, yes, there is a low survival rate of these BU red specimens out there. Okay, are they rare? No. As a matter of fact, there are BU rolls and US mint sets that you could go through, and 1985, probably one of the more common mint sets that you could find out there. I'm sure a lot of you have it, or have seen, or have come across it. But those mint sets typically command anywhere from $3 to $5. Pretty easy find. So that's a survival rate, meaning there's less of them in this condition than, say, coins that look like this straight out of change, which is, that's, 1985. It's not a popular date to just pull out of change and keep in virtually any condition. So, and by the way, this is an 85D. As you can tell, this is a really prime example. Now, I'll be honest, this is a coin that maybe will not grade no higher than a 67, maybe 67 plus. Now, that seems impressive, but I have some data here that I'm going to provide to you in a second to help kind of set the stage, so to speak, as far as what is the top line grade that you would need for these things to actually be worth a few bucks. But the reason why I'd say this one will grade no higher than a 67, maybe 67 plus, this is that example that I was telling you about that has a little bit of that zinc rot. And keep in mind, this was right out of a mint set. So you have some of these little dimples here in the field. I don't know if you could see them too well, but there's a couple of them. They're really tiny and almost microscopic on this coin. Let me see the Philadelphia. Oh, the Philadelphia is a little bit more. See the rough look underneath the memorial? And there's even some die polish lines in there. Oh, if I turn it around like this, that help? Anyways, long story short, I found about 2 or 3 of them each looking like this. Now, where do we go from here? Is this worthwhile to send out to a grading company like PCGS or NGC? Okay, that's a really good question. And some of you who are adverse to the whole grading system might have that same question come up in your head. So let's talk about raw numbers here, okay? Because we have deduced that circulated examples of these coins, okay, are worth nothing but face, okay? I'll be just straight up honest. The BU specimens that I showed you, these two right here, 50 cents to $1. Okay, don't expect to pay more than that because typically a coin dealer will have these pulled out of mint sets. You know, they'll break up mint sets and proof sets and sell the coins individually and make a tiny margin of profit as a, you know, instead of just selling the coins as a set. Okay, so let's talk about first the 1985. All right, this one right here. So the top grade is Mint State 68 Plus. Okay, I've seen the coin online. You could actually go on PCGS's website and go into population reports, and there are actually pictures of some of the finer graded coins. So there are 6 graded in 68 Plus. Okay, the next grade down is 68. There's 50. It's a nice number. 67 Plus, there's 23, which is, I think, where this coin kind of lands. And 67, there is a whopping 389. So the 389 submissions, I'm sure a few of those coins were double submitted after, you know, the submit E was disappointed at the overall grade. So they cracked it out and resent it. But here are the PCGS price guide values, okay? And the price guide value doesn't mean much because at the end of the day, it's how much someone is actually going to pay you or someone else for the coin. So the 67, in which there are almost 400 examples, has a value of only $26. That's the submission cost. It's not even worth it. 67 Plus is $65. Now we're beginning to talk, but again, are you going to submit this and feel like that you would have to grade 67 Plus to make money? You're going to make barely anything. Mint State 68, this is where it gets serious. $450. Keep in mind there are 50 of those. The last time I checked, the most recent examples have sold somewhere in the 150 to 225 range. The prices have come down on all these. And finally, Mint State 68 Plus, in which there are only 6 examples graded as such, $5,850. Holy smokes! Are you kidding me? $5,800 for this coin right here? Survival rate over 5.5 billion pieces produced? You gotta be kidding me. So there is a little bit of extra kind of concrete evidence that the 5,800 isn't too far off. Heritage Auctions had sold one of these coins in 68 Plus back in April of 2017 to the tune of $5,875. Whoa, hello, $25 over the PCGS price guide value. Get out of here. That's a lot of bloomin' money for this, folks, that you see in pocket change. So that's the Philadelphia. Let's talk about the Denver. This one right here. So this one here, there are actually a lot more higher grades. The top grade is Mint State 69, in which there are 7 examples, okay? And that is a PCGS price guide of $3,150. 68 Plus, 5 examples known or graded, $300. Mint State 68, which seems to be the average grade. There are 250 of these graded as such, $85. Mint State 67 Plus, 23 examples. $25. Okay, not worth it at that point. So here's where things take a hairy turn. Okay, the $3,100 PCGS price guide value on a 69 is impressive. But here's the thing. There are 7 of those. The last known example was sold through Legend Morphe back in May of 2018. Guess what? It sold for only $2,703. Over $400 under the PCGS price guide, which is proof positive that price guides don't mean jack diddly in today's market, because the online landscape has changed that in a huge way. So what do I like to tell people when it comes to these coins? Okay, first of all, you have to recognize them in raw form. All right, again, coins that look like this, again, are face value. Go ahead and put them in a piggy bank, spend them, do what you ever have to do. Coins that look like this, okay, 50 cents to $1. Grading, okay, you're really spinning the roulette wheel on that one. If a coin looks too good to be true and you think that it might be a mint state 68 or maybe that's 69, keep in mind the odds of that coming back in the grade that you think it is like slim to none. It's a lottery odds type of activity, one in which you should not play with, because it's playing with fire. And I guarantee you'll submit one coin once, it'll come back mint state 67 plus, which, if I did that to one of these, then I would have learned my lesson. You don't keep your hand on the oven burner and then put it back on there after you've been burnt to a crisp. So all in all, yeah, it's exciting yet disappointing. It's a roller coaster ride, these 1980s coins. There's so few of them out there in mint state compared to the circulated versions. And holy smokes, did this video actually take 17 minutes? And I'm so sorry, guys. I did not intend for that to happen, but the What's It Worth videos have been more comprehensive as of late, only because the people out there have spoken and they want more information on these What's It Worth coin videos. And there you go. I just pumped almost 18 minutes worth of material on the 1985 Lincoln Cent, and I apologize in advance. We're gonna stop here. Thank you for hanging tough on this one, and as always, best way to support me is hit the like button, subscribe, of course, because that's what 99.9% of the other YouTubers say, and it just sounds good. Come follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I am there, okay, in spirit, not physically, but yeah, come say hi. I always post good stuff on there. It's going to get better, believe me. And thank you for all the love and support. Appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.